Love that.
He has a thing with masks. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Pilot Seat. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa.
And today we are going to be flying right on into reacting to Money Game 3 by Ren. Excited about this. I know we kind of haven't done anything in a while.
Right.
Because there's a lot of things going on in the YouTube world.
With copyright claims. Yeah,
and it's like YouTube wide. It hits it in a lot of people to the point where,
we're going through it as well. So
but luckily, because artists like Ren love reactors, and so we kind of were just afraid because some of our videos were getting slammed, and the thing with YouTube is if you put out videos that aren't getting watched, even if the algorithm is slamming it because of like copyright or whatever, they can end up just doing that to your channel too. Like, well, no one's really watching their channel. So a lot of creators are getting scared, so they don't put out anything until. But we just can't stay out of the studio anymore. And Ren, we appreciate everything you fighting for. People who react and stuff like that. Very much appreciated.
Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for standing up and saying something, because a lot of people can, but some people don't. And thank you for that. There's a lot of respect for him, I think. Yeah. I know a lot of people respect him for that. And,
I didn't realize just how big music reacting is really until we started doing it. So I've always loved watching music reaction videos. Right. But when we started doing it, this is how big it is. It's like we never would have heard about Ren or of Ren if we never done it.
So true. That is true.
People are like, hey, you got to check out Ren. Like, oh, who's Ren? You know what I mean? So we understand, and we want to just, But without further ado, go ahead and buckle up, relax, and enjoy this flight. We're flying right into Money Game 3.
By Ren.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And click. Hard that's got to be with a camera to go back and forth with those hands like that.
Right.
It's freaking insane.
I love this classical piano.
Yes. It's at the beginning it kind of sounded like, Family Opera.
Right.
All right, here we go. Back up and click. Camera work is dope.
Love that.
He has a thing with masks. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he does. He does, because he does this on is it Sick Boy and Money Game?
No, not Sick Boy. He doesn't. He does it on Money Game.
Money Game 2.
And the first Money Game 2.
Yeah.
No, the first Money Game, the guitarist.
Right.
Money Game 2.
Right.
What about the seashells?
No, that one doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, man.
I don't know. He just loves the mask.
Yeah.
We got to look into deeper what that means. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. We're going to go right back in. And I love the camera work on this, too. Like, they're doing, like, and you can tell, like, when it does a spiral into the ground, it's like using it as a transition. Like, whew. And love that mirror shot.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares in.
Very nice.
Make all the money. What did he say on that? Oh, we went back on that part. I can't, because let's see. Oh no. Dang it! It went all the way back on accident.
It's okay.
Oh, right about here. There we go. And click.
Sends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19.
Okay, that was a really greedy way to look at things.
That's what this. I guess that's what this song is about, right? A lot of greed and
he's like, now take all that you can. You know what I mean? Like, so now it says, okay, 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares,
invest in product.
All right, you know, I'm really okay. I want to bring this up. Mm-hmm. I've noticed. Okay, this is like in like a big open warehouse, right? Mm-hmm. And to be like a one shot, but then like the scene changes constantly. You know how much blocking needs to be done to do that? Mm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The blocking is insane on this because it's like I can imagine like the camera's moving, right? Mm-hmm. It's like following them along or whatever. But behind the camera, they might be changing out the scene, you know, whatever's going to be there. But then as the camera moves, it's something else. Right. Now they're changing over here, but you have to do it. Okay. It's all time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in order to do that, it's like when you're filming a film, right? And you're doing a scene. Yes. And it's like rehearsing, but it's called blocking. So it's like, okay, as the talent, as like say actor or actress comes in to frame or whatever, moving here, they got to stop, but at the same time, maybe the camera's moving like this, and they have to know when to stop and to know when the camera movement goes around, when the movement of the talent.
So it's basically like the choreography of the cameraman?
Basically, this is all choreography, right?
Choreography of the cameraman.
It's like a dance, right? Like the camera has to, like, okay, so like he's like the dancer, and the camera's capturing it, while everything else is like a scene, but just to watch the video and knowing what it takes place in the like creating this is insane. Yeah, I want to know how long they practice this for.
That's a good question.
Because it's a lot of one shots, and you can tell there's some invisible edits in there, right? And for those of you who don't know what an invisible edit is, it's where it's something to mask and edit, but it looks like it's still a one shot, right? So it's kind of like, say like the camera going to the ground and it's like turning, but then they can stop right there and then start from there and then move up. Or when you go into the back of like, say like a shirt, like the back of someone's back, the camera comes in, that's the end of that shot, but then they can edit to where it looks like one smooth edit. You know?
So it's an invisible edit.
So it's an invisible edit. Right. oh man, like I can't imagine the work that went into.
I couldn't imagine
this.
either. I couldn't imagine either.
You know,
that would have to take a lot of times to get that perfect, like that choreography, like really down.
It's freaking
really
insane.
Down.
You know what I mean? Like, and then the scenes are. It's kind of like when you go to a Broadway show, like you know, like they changing the stage all the time.
Yes, right.
That's like what he's doing.
Right.
It's freaking insane. All right, back to the song. And click.
He tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells.
We kind of like we're going over like the
audio.
The song. That's like perfect time. You see, it's like all of a sudden handshake. He comes underneath, but where'd they come from? Because like the camera's still moving around. It's like where are these people hiding at? Unless they just are like, as the camera goes, they just know to stay behind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I would love to see the BTS on this.
Oh, that would be awesome.
How they pull this off?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the message of the song is really important too.
Right. And the music's amazing.
The music's
classical piano is
awesome.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and it's like the storytelling is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back.
Palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Whoa, hold on a second. I just noticed something. That was dope.
35.
The globe was spinning.
Right? And then the phone rang.
Okay, I can understand how they put that when it timed it, right? But it was really cool how the globe stopped and then he picked up the phone.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But he's really going in. Like, he's going through, like, I think he's basically painting a picture in the song of how a kid starts out as a kid and he becomes, like, corrupt.
Right. And follows through, like, as in ages. I think he starts off at, what, 2? Or is it 4?
No, he starts off at 1.
One,
like,
and then he goes through the process of
gimme.
what he's going to go through, all the corruption, all the mental kind of, I guess he's kind of talking a little bit, too, about mental illness on this one as well, which he also talks about a lot in a lot of his songs.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Did I scroll back?
I think you did.
I think
you did.
No, I didn't. Let me just go back a little bit further just in case. All right, here we go. And click.
Stop it, blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Popo in his pocket. Probably bought off corrupt cops.
Yeah.
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36. Getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37. Eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38. With a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39. Getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet.
I want to know how he did that because you've seen the camera be moving and like the scenes
right.
are all there, right? The person's still over there standing there, or whatever. Also, a whole bunch of people come in. Like, I want to see the BTS on this. I really do. I want to know how they pull this off. This is really cool.
Cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
think I saw them standing back over there. Yep. See, that was the one. That was like a little invisible edit there. Yeah. Freaking dope. See, that's cool. And like, okay. Like,
go ahead.
It's like cool because it's like he sits down and then like the camera movement comes around like this. I don't know, but then all of a sudden there's just these people just chilling there with bags on their head again. I don't know.
It's just the timing of it, I think. I mean, they obviously have this down. They had to have done this.
Yeah, Ren, how many times did you like rehearse / block this? Because like just to block a regular scene is hard.
Yeah, and this is a whole video.
Yeah, and I love like it's like watching a movie too, because like the part where he's just walking, talking about things, and everyone's like running around doing their whatever. Yeah. It's kind of like you see that movie sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen it like Lord of War, where he's just walking and hoping there's war going on or whatever. That's freaking cool how they pull this off. Like, okay. But it's okay. So it's about someone turning corrupt. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess a drug dealer. He's talking about using his own product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like his dad kind of showed him that way.
Probably. Yeah. And now he can't walk. So we'll see where this takes it from there. Right.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Over the ground.
Yeah.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain.
I love how they go back to...
soaking wet upon a wheelchair.
That was freaking dope. I love it also when he's like, cut the music.
Yeah.
And they just know.
And then they go back to the quartet strings. That's I love this. This is okay.
It's like piano, and it's like you got what it looks like there's a violin, cello,
and
I don't think it's a fiddle.
I think it's a viola.
What are the string instruments that use bows? Right, there's violin, cello.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I know what it is. it's a bigger one. No, okay, violin, cello. Okay, we'll get back to it. But that's really cool that he's using like real instruments. You know what I mean?
No, of course they are. Yeah.
And okay, all right, let's go back. I like how he had like a little poetic session there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Oh, he's always got to do his poetic part.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
He always stops the music. He does a breakdown, and then he speaks his poetry.
Yeah.
Home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I gotta say this. Like, okay, we have.
Yes.
We tried to do a reaction to this before. Issue after issue after issue. It's like something was keeping us from doing it.
Right.
It was like 3 times in a row we tried it.
And then we decided to stop. We were going to give it a break so that we couldn't remember every part of the song or the video.
It's been over a month since the last time we heard it.
It has.
It's been over a month since we've heard this. Because a lot of times we'll record multiple episodes in one night, right? So you might see like Money Game 1 came out and then Money Game 2. Right. And then you're like, okay. But those were recorded way before they even came out. So if you see a video that says it came out a month ago, we probably recorded that a month and a half ago.
Right.
So it's been a long time, and I totally forgot. Like I could remember, it was like the live performance kind of thing, but I forgot really what the song was about. And I just, oh man, like the part where he's like, pull his finger on the trigger of a money game. Yeah. Like, that's so cool because it's like 3 different songs are totally different, but that still sounds like the same. Like it's like the little signature of the trilogy.
Yeah. I think he'll say it like in the beginning and the ending of the song on Money Game.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Like, okay, so he's talking about the age of like him growing up to what he'd become. And obviously you see like, you want money, wealth, and fame, and all that. It's really doesn't make anybody happy, and the guy ends up killing himself or whatever, right? Right. What's crazy was Trump was number 45, but now he's number 47, right?
Right. And when
he had an assassination attempt hit his ear. It's crazy. He's like 45, his appropriate age.
Well, that's right. That's kind of strange.
That's weird.
That is strange.
No, that's probably just
we're not saying
too deep.
No, we're not going to say that at all. But if it's the coincidence of it, I think that's very strange. But good.
Okay, but I'm still really, I'm mind blown with the whole like cameras and the blocking and the choreography and just storytelling is just really like he's turning like no matter what part. Like, okay, there's also a movie that's kind of like that. It's called Dogville, and what it is, it's a movie that's basically filmed on a stage, right? And the buildings are just lines on the ground. Like, it's literally just, I think it's like in a sound stage, really, like a big, huge sound stage.
They don't even have the doors. Or the
no, and they pretend like they're opening
when they open the door, they're actually pretending to open it. Yeah.
But what's interesting about this is he's not like a whole Hollywood production or anything. You know what I mean? He's a musician that's bringing this talent and the way he does his music and the visuals is just like if he's a one-person Broadway, really. Yes. No, I wouldn't say one person because he has a team, obviously.
Yeah, he does have a team.
But it's not like a whole production where it's like a whole bunch of performers singing.
But it comes across that way.
It comes across that way.
He definitely knows how to deliver it that way. Definitely knows how to deliver it that way.
Yeah, it's I'm mind blown every time I watch a Ren video.
Yeah.
There's always something.
And when we hear one of the new songs, you don't even know what to expect.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect from them. Like,
it's always like I didn't expect that. And like Grant, like I said, like we have heard and watched this before, but there's always issues happening. Right. I caught other things that I don't think I caught the other times.
True.
Well, the first time we tried to do it was we only saw like 3 minutes of it. The second time, I think it was like about the same. It was the third time we tried to do it, we actually saw the whole thing. Yeah. And then something happened. I think it was, I don't know if it was a recording or the camera. I think the camera died or something.
It was something when it was actually a full battery.
That's the weird part.
That's the weird part about it. It was a full battery, and then all of a sudden it just died. It was like we just weren't able to do it that night.
So thank you again, Ren. And everyone, thank you for staying on this flight with us. And we'll see you next time. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa.
Take care.
Stay safe.
And God bless. And we love the U.S.